when he says that did you already think that you were on the verge of becoming a producer, and were you waiting for that one script, or was it because the script came forward to you and then you were like, okay, now I want to turn producer? Which way was it?
It kind of happened at the same time. Darlings came to me, और जब narration शुरू हुई मैंने सोचा हाँ अभी मतलब दिखते कहाँ जा रहा है, because I didn't know what the film was about. I was totally blank slate, and actually 2019 जब when I met Jasmeet and Gaurav, I had a very packed schedule. But I have this thing, I was like, listen, I will listen to every script and hear every narration or read every script, because you never know. Cut to the story started, it started like a normal story, normal. Suddenly it just shifted gear and how, and I was like, from here, I was here. And I was like that the whole narration, which is, I was like so surprised, and I'm very rarely surprised. So then I was like, okay, one second. We have to do this. And then very naturally, I was like, okay, listen, I think I would like to be a producer on this as well. And Gaurav at that moment was extremely supportive. He was like, that's a fantastic idea. We must do this together. And then Shah Rukh called me and he said, मैं usually co-produce नहीं करता, पर मैं तेरे साथ करूँगा और बहुत मज़े करेंगे, बहुत मज़े करेंगे, and it'll be quite good and it'll be one for the memories. And recently he saw the film and he messaged me and he said, in typical Darlings lingo, thanks you Darlings for doing these movies.
So as a producer, what's been your hardest day on set, and then what's been your most fun day on set, just as a producer?
On set, I'm only an actor. In fact, sometimes they would be like, you know, like, we wanted to shoot this film in a very tight schedule. We shot it in 42 days. Also, it was just after the second wave. There was a fear that, you know, anything can happen again. And also Chef Ali's dates and Vijay's dates and all the combination and all of that. So there were days that were overpacked. Like, we were like doing a lot of work in one day. And I was like, क्या कर रहे हो यार, एक और दिन use करते हैं, थोड़ा सा, you know, move it to tomorrow. We're not being able to get the time to think. And the first lady literally told me like, you're the producer, you should not be asking for this. Like, just do as much work as you can in one day. And I was like, no, for me, I'm on set, I'm always an actor, and I don't think that producer thought even came to my mind. But post the film, after we wrapped the film, usually as an actor you move on to your next film and then you're cut off and then you just join in when the film is releasing. I couldn't cut off. And I consider myself above anything. I don't understand the numbers, but I will always be a creative producer. So I was only involved in the creative part of it, and I had Jasmeet was really lovely, extremely like welcoming with my overbearing opinions at times. But we had such a lovely time doing this together, and it's made me learn so much about the movies, and I always had so much respect for every department and everything that goes into making the movie, but I think it's gone even more now because I've literally been there behind the scenes. Should we take?
I'm just going to ask my last question. And you're not going to take each other's name or say Darlings or Netflix for that. One-word answers, please, before we open it up to the press. We'll start with you, Alia. What? Who's your darling?
Who's my darling?
Yeah.
I can't take anybody from the...
No chance!
Okay, so the media is my darling. All the paps, number one, and then everybody else.
I wanted to say that.
This Alia and I tell you, okay. Shefali, we'll go with you.
She took my answer.
That was my answer.
I mean, this is what I mean. Like, they asked me to play a game and I'm like, ये सब एक दूसरे को इधर-उधर करते रहेंगे. They won't do anything. Good thing we didn't play a game.
हम तीनों की तरफ से एक ही आंसर है. Me, Chef and Alia.
नहीं, क्यों मेरा खुद का आंसर है?
Media is my darlings.
देखो ऐसे नहीं है Vijay, come on, somebody come up with another.
It's not feeling original now.
Yeah. And please, no repeat.
It was original in my mind.
Hi Alia, Sana here from Indian Express. Here. Hi. Hi, congratulations. What a brave choice to turn producer with Darlings.
Thank you.
On a fun note first, tell me, has anything changed in you as an actor after you turned producer, like something, a practice that you've started following or unfollowing?
You gotta love the girl. Look at her.
I'm thinking. I don't think so. No,
it's seamless.
No, as an actor, I will always be... no, nothing's changed. No.
And now that you've turned a producer, Alia, with a story like this, tell me how important was it to have that female gaze, because this story is so sensitive, and thankfully you had a female director too. But as a producer, what were your inputs to it, and do you think being a producer, the female gaze will come out in your future projects also?
See, I don't understand this male-female gaze. Gaze is gaze. Achhi ya buri, matlab, or correct ya wrong. So, the fact that it is written, Jasmeet and Parvez have together written the script of Darlings, and it's directed by a female director, but I don't think that has anything to do with the fact that the story was still, it's where the stories come from. So that's like the more of the creative gaze. And my gaze is more of just instinctive, the way the audience will enjoy it. So that includes male, female, baby, everything. So, you know, I don't think that has anything to do with it.
We have our next question right here. Would you like to borrow my mic?
No, it's okay. She can
Hello,
hear.
how
Hi,
are you?
How are you? Doubly congratulations.
Double or triple?
Triple. Sorry, triple congratulations.
Specify what?
We also
Your
need to
marriage,
specify-
Because even I'm very confused when people say congratulations.
your marriage, A, and B, you've conceived, God bless you, and turning a producer. Congratulations
Thank
for all
you.
these three. Okay, you know, you have an appetite for taking a risk, be it choosing roles, and this being your first production, turning a producer, you have turned very risky. Has this been inherited from the Bhatts, especially Mahesh ji?
I guess. I think maybe it is in my upbringing to go for something very brave and something different. But I also feel like your first film as an actor chooses you. Somehow my first film as a producer as well has chosen me. It just came to me and it just felt. So it's not like maine brave decision li, and then I went seeking for Darlings and I caught it. It came to me. It was a brave script to write and a story to write. And it was just exciting and an honor for me, in fact, to take it up.
Okay, yeah.
Hi, this is Suhail here from Ancient Bollywood. Alia, it's so good to see you, and a big congratulations to you, you know, and the entire team. As the name suggests, eternal sunshine, you're looking like a sunflower, you know, smiling, in fact, like, you know, मुझे पूछना था कि यू नो रणबीर ने कहा था कि ड्यूरिंग कोविड टाइम उन्होंने कुछ लिखा है इनफैक्ट लेकिन ही विश टू डायरेक्ट अ फिल्म इनफैक्ट तो आने वाले दिनों में ऐसे लगता है कि यू नो आलिया भट्ट का प्रोडक्शन हाउस उनको मिलकर आप लोग कुछ करोगे या यू विल बी एज अ प्रोफेशनल लेट मी सी द स्क्रिप्ट फर्स्ट एंड देन आई विल डिसाइड लाइक वेदर आई विल बी क्या कहोगी
No, listen, it would be great. We did discuss it, in fact, and I actually said it, if you don't make me produce it, I will be very upset, you know. So if you don't want to take me as an actor, it's totally fine. And he said, no, I need you. I need you. You're a tyrant. I need a tyrant. So as a joke, before anybody else gets whatever. So of course, I will instantly, as I said, I'm a creative producer. So मैं अपने creative inputs writing stage पे दे के produce करूँगी.
Russell here from Bollywood
Hi,
Live.
hi.
Many congratulations for all the things that Lipika ji and everybody has congratulated you for.
Thank you.
Also, as your first film as producer, how much of an input you had in choosing the rest of the cast as your co-actors?
See, I don't choose. In my opinion, casting should always, first, foremost, last, be the director's prerogative. But if I'm asked for my suggestion, I do give my suggestions. And it was a no-brainer, in my opinion, when I read the script. To me, first, I was like, listen, this is a mother-daughter story. That's what first jumped out to me. So I said, you know, whoever plays the mother is supposed to be very important because she's a young mother. So they were a very, very interesting dynamic. It's almost like a friendship. And both Jasmeet and I said, it'll be great if Chef Ali would be able to do it. And it all worked out perfectly. Similarly, with Vijay. I suggested, I said, what do you think of Vijay? And I didn't know that Jasmeet was already, like in her head, when she was writing it, she had thought of Vijay. So it all just worked out very, very, very smoothly. And when it came to Roshan, Jasmeet found him, they did a Zoom audition. She showed me his audition as well, and I was totally blown because he performed one of my favorite scenes in the movie, and he was absolutely fantastic. He's so unassuming, he's so brilliant, he's so simple. So yeah, I give inputs when asked, but choosing is not up to me. It's all.
Okay, Alia and Shefali on your right. On your right. Yeah, yeah.
that you co-produced-
यहाँ पे.
एक second, उनका एक और question.
Sure.
Now that you co-produced this movie with the Badshah of Bollywood, Shah Rukh Khan Saab, hum sabka favorite, was the road just easier having such an experienced person whom you also shared screen space with before as a co-producer, or the initial stages was it also a little intimidating because he comes with this experience?
No, not at all. I mean, like I said, I'm so grateful and thankful. Incidentally, my first film, Student of the Year, also was Red Chillies. You know, Red Chillies was also part of that along with Dharma Productions. Similarly, my first film as a producer, I didn't have to think about it. In fact, Gaurav was like, even with Shah Rukh, when he said, you don't worry about it, just have fun and this will be great. And they just like held my hand through the technical producer aspect. And like I said, we shot just after the second wave. So बहुत सारे COVID protocols हमको follow करने पड़े. We were in a bubble. It was very, very tight. It was very high, high stress at that time. But they just managed it so beautifully so that I could focus as an actor. And like I said, I've learned so much in this whole process.
Okay, on your right, Shefali and Alia. Yeah. Many, many congratulations to the team. Alia, triple congratulations to you from Dil Se.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, Alia, you are a darling of Bollywood and in media maybe, because the reason why is that you are one of those fearless person who doesn't shy away giving away your opinions. So first we have Darling, then we have Brahmastra, now Rocky Rani ki and Prem Kahani. Talking about Rocky Rani, your co-star Ranbir Singh has recently been trolled for posing nude on social media. What do you want to say about it?
I'm sorry, I'm getting a little nudged to not take that question unless
Alia would
like to.
I don't like anything negative said about my favorite Ranveer Singh. तो मैं ये question को मतलब बर्दाश्त भी नहीं कर सकती हूँ. I love him. He'll be eternally a favorite to every one of us actually, and he's given us so much at the movies, so we should only give him love. Thank you so much. नहीं, क्योंकि जैसे कि मैंने कहा, मैं एक क्रिएटिव, I think of myself more as a creative producer, but yes, actually before taking this role on and before signing on Darlings, and I mean we had signed it on, but I just wanted to get more opinions. I gave the script to my father and उनको बहुत अच्छी लगी, and in fact उन्होंने पहले कहा था, and I wish I had recorded this conversation, क्योंकि ये 2019 में उन्होंने कहा था पैंडेमिक से पहले कि मुझे लगता है तुम्हें ये फिल्म नेटफ्लिक्स पे लेके जानी चाहिए. At that time he had said it. He said, I think it's that kind of film that will do very well on this kind of platform. और मुझे लगता है ये नेटफ्लिक्स फिल्म होनी चाहिए. Very, very, you know how my father speaks and all of that. So in fact we had discussed it and it all worked out so beautifully. Yeah.
आलिया, आपसे भी यही सवाल था मेरा, या अमित अगेन
जी
कि मतलब क्या कुछ फिल्में जैसे गंगूबाई हैं या ब्रह्मास्त्र हैं या फिर शमशेरा हैं, वो सिर्फ बड़े पर्दे के लिए हैं पहले, और डार्लिंग जैसे फिल्म पहले डायरेक्ट टू ओटीटी के लिए हैं, या आपका एक क्रिएटिव प्रोड्यूसर का मतलब जहन क्या कहता है?
जी, आई थिंक डार्लिंग्स फिट्स परफेक्टली ऑन अ प्लेटफॉर्म लाइक नेटफ्लिक्स. ये एक इंटरमेट वॉच है. It's not that kind of film that I need to see on the big screen. I can see it in the comfort of my home. I can see it alone. मैं लोगों के साथ में देख सकती हूँ. मैं काम, I can do, watch it on my way to work. It's that kind of intimate watch. और जैसे कि मोनिका पहले कह रही थी, I believe it has the potential to cut across the diaspora. So on day one, you are reaching so many homes across the globe. और वो एक ऐसी कहानी है जैसे कि हम जब नेटफ्लिक्स पे कंटेंट देखते हैं, कोई कोरियन कंटेंट देख रहा है, कोई स्पेनिश कंटेंट देख रहा है, you're consuming all kinds of content regardless of the language. So that's our hope and dream with a film like Darlings, because जो इसकी subject है और जिसका message है, I feel is a very universal message.
Yeah, and if I can just add for a moment here, अगर ये फिल्म थिएटर में भी आती तो ये उतनी ही पावरफुल होती, you know, but नेटफ्लिक्स पर आने से, स्ट्रीमिंग से, जो जैसे आलिया ने भी बोला, it can reach, you know, such a wide audience because it is that entertainment, it is that पावर पैक्ड स्क्रिप्ट जो सबके लिए यूनिवर्सली रेलिवेंट है. इट्स अ स्टोरी जो आप कहीं पर भी जाओ, एनी यंग कपल, एनी मैन, एनी वुमन, यू नो, एनीवन हु इज sort of experienced marriage and love and seen the shades of it can really relate to this. So it is that story.
Thank you very much, members of the press, media. Thank you. This
He
was
wants to ask
abs-
Jasmeet one
Sorry.
question.
Is there somebody else? Yes,
For
sir.
Jasmeet he had
Yes,
a
sir.
question.
Sorry. Would you like a mic? Can some? Huh? So you can take my mic.
Guess the question.
I know आपको film का idea.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, I think that's a question.
idea. इनका आइडिया कहाँ से आया?
जी मैम. Yes मैम.
एक सेकंड सर.
I'm the director, yes, ma'am.
Are you debuting? Yes.
Are
It's
you
my
debuting?
It's my first film, yes, ma'am.
Very fantastic. How did this idea come about? I'm only doing this thing. Not only the idea. How the direction come about to you?
आप जर्नलिस्ट में क्यों नहीं ट्राई करती?
How did direction come about to you? Jasmeet, please give this answer.
आज की host आ गई है आलिया पर मेरा mic ही बंद. You can also go.
No, ये script लिखी गई थी because I wanted to direct it. So I was very clear from the beginning, and I took it to Gaurav, and we took it to Alia, and they had faith in me, and they let me make this film. So yes.
Also, I want to add that Jasmeet has been writing for many, many years. Advait has been writing, and she's actually been trying to make a film for how many years?
7, 8.
7, 8 years. So you know,
Yes.
there's like that patience is this that she's held
was
within
another
her.
script,
It's all come
yeah.
out on the screen.
There was another script I had written, which I was trying to make, and that was taking time. So I wrote Darlings, and somehow these lovely people came on board.
Great. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully this will be my final thank you. Otherwise, I can keep repeating.
Photo.
And cast, crew, powerhouse, everything. Producers, partners of Darlings. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Monica, Shifali, Alia, Jasmeet, Vijay, Gaurav, and Venki.